The passenger was fidgety, he's sweaty, he's very nervous, which for us is a concern.
Experienced officers know that this type of behaviour often occurs when someone is attempting to carry drugs across the border.
Have you been in trouble with the police before?
Yeah.
Yeah? What for?
Something violent, something for the marijuana.
Marijuana?
Yeah.
What with the marijuana? You growing? Selling?
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
10 years ago.
10 years ago?
Yeah.
Did you go to jail?
Yeah.
How long for?
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
And since then?
No.
So that was the last time you've been in trouble?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to go and check now. I need to know that you've been honest with me.
Sorry?
I'm going to go and check now. I need to know that you've been honest.
Up to you. You want check, you go to check. Don't worry. I still waiting you.
You're still waiting me?
You go check.
I'll go check.
Officers are able to verify that the man has no additional convictions and will now proceed to inspect his luggage. A swab is taken from some items, including tea packets, to test for prohibited substances.
I'm only just going to see if there's anything of customs or immigration interest, okay?
A young Malaysian man arriving on a tourist visa has been taken aside by Australian Border Force officers as there is a concern that he may be trying to enter the country under false pretenses.
You just travelling by yourself today?
Yes.
Yep. Your first time here?
Yep.
A search of the passenger's belongings will help in assessing if his claims are true, that he is here for just 1 week's holiday.
How long have you been in Australia for? 1 week?
A week.
Yep.
For refresh myself.
Okay.
While the bag search is completed, Officer Tim consults with his supervisor, who has already found some concerning text messages on the man's mobile, which are from an acquaintance back in Malaysia.
There's some very interesting information that we have extracted from the phone. Bosco, his friend, sends him a message last Friday. So Bosco asks him, where you go? He says, go Australia, work. Wow, you serious, eh? And it goes on, can't see you...
At least a few years.
At least a few years. And this is very incriminating, that he has told Bosco that he's going overseas, going to Australia, because he can't find a job and he won't be back for a few years.
Yeah.
I think he needs to come up with something fairly clever to get him dig his way out of that.
Yeah.
Armed with this information, Officer Tim will begin a formal interview, and he starts by asking Ken about his tourism plans.
What can you tell me about Sydney? What was it that you'd like to do or see in Australia?
Actually, it's my friend over here, so I thought just come here and then walk around and then don't want to think too much in the travel.
This particular friend, who are they?
It's called Sun Lee.
How do you know Sun?
Long time ago, she owed me money.
Okay, all right. So are you looking to collect this money on the trip?
If can.
Okay. I've found some information which does not support your reason for coming here to Australia being solely for tourism purposes, okay? Are you looking for job opportunities here in Australia?
Do you use drugs, mate?
Huh?
Do you use drugs?
No.
No? You saw the drug swab I had? It's come up for heroin.
Well,
Off these.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
Well, it came up for heroin. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to break a couple open. We're going to have a look, all right?
Yeah, yeah, of course. You want to break it. You want to break everywhere, everything.
A search of the man's bags fails to uncover any concealed drugs. That doesn't explain why the swab tested positive.
When was the last time you used drugs?
You drunk?
Yeah.
No, not you.
Never?
Yeah. No, I you, but not yesterday. Not time.
How long time?
I don't know. Couple of weeks.
1
2
week?
months. 2 years before. I don't know.
The man has admitted to taking narcotics, but claims to not know when he last used. Officers are now concerned that he may be carrying drugs on his body and will conduct a frisk search.
Do you consent to the search? You agree to having the search done? Do you want it done here or in a private room?
Up to you.
You have to tell me which one you want.
Up to you. You want here, inside.
You are the one that tells me here or in the room? In the room? Okay. This officer will go in the room, okay?
While the passenger is searched, another alert is raised which quickly turns officers' attention to a second passenger who is also returning from Vietnam on the same flight.
Iron scan tests of his luggage come back with strong readings for heroin.
Today in Melbourne, Border Force officers are taking a suspicious package of beauty products to the air cargo workshop for further inspection.
Okay, so can you tell me a little bit more about this one? Where's it from?
This is air freight from Hong Kong.
Oh, okay.
Declared as face cleanser, so I think we need to x-ray this one.
Yeah.
The X-ray image reveals 8 individual containers inside the box.
The image seems fairly consistent with bottles, but the densities vary quite a lot, which is quite unusual.
That's unusual that it's lighter there and then quite dense in the middle there. So
I think we need to do some further testing.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Let's open her up.
Once open, officers immediately notice something unusual about the contents.
So we've got a receipt.
It's $1,824.
H2O. So really they're paying
water.
$1,800 for water, which seems very suspicious.
An inspection of the bottles does little to allay their suspicions.
That doesn't look right already.
That looks inconsistent straight away. There even appears to be some crystallization occurring in this bottle.
Yeah, this one here, water wouldn't have crystals like that in there.
He's very nervous at the moment. Iron scan tests of his luggage come back with strong readings for heroin.
A frisk search conducted on the first passenger has shown he is not carrying drugs on his body. Officers now want to know if the two men are connected and whether they are attempting to smuggle drugs across the border.
Check if he's travelling with anyone, because we think he might be travelling with this guy.
Yeah, I'll have a look. This guy's got previous drug convictions, and we're getting heroin readings.
This guy's got heroin readings as well.
2 men from the same flight with the same drug reading is an unlikely coincidence, so Officer Tim confirms the connection.
Do you know him?
Of course, I know
How do you
him.
know him?
We are friends.
How long?
Long time.
Long time.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I need to ask you a question. Yeah. We get heroin readings off your bag, yeah?
Huh?
We swabbed your bag, we get readings for heroin. So when you were in Vietnam, did you use heroin?
No.
I want you to think about the answer, all right? It doesn't matter to me if you've been overseas and you've used.
Yeah, I know.
That's cool. I need to know that.
Yeah, but no.
But no?
Yeah.
What about your friend, Doe?
I don't know him.
You don't know him?
Yeah. Because we go there, but he do, I don't know. But none of my business.
You travel with him?
Yeah.
Both men deny any contact with heroin, but the truth comes out when officers make an alarming find.
During the examination, we located a syringe in the pocket of one of his trousers. When we asked him what it was for, he said it was for heroin. Following up with that, he said he was a regular user and that he had trouble with the police before, and that he'd been using it in Vietnam.
Officers now step up the investigation of both men.
Have you swallowed any heroin today?
Suspecting the crystals may be narcotics suspended in the liquid, a Border Force detector dog unit is called in. The dog immediately sits.
Good boy.
With suspicion that the liquid is likely to contain illegal substances, it is taken to be tested with presumptive detection technology, which will help identify what kind of narcotic they are dealing with.
And then we go
That's what we
amphetamine.
want.
Exactly.
So we suspect that this water actually contains amphetamines. However, it is just presumptive testing, and we can't be certain until forensic testing has been done.
A second narcotic test will be carried out to confirm that amphetamines are present in the water.
So with this test, we expect it to turn blue. Pop her in.
Oh, that's great. Dark blue colour. That's definitely
fantastic.
meth in there. Good result.
Where you go. Your response is, go Australia, work. You serious? I said I will always be behind you, support you, but I'm leaving. Yes, next week. Promise me, please take care of yourself. Okay. When you come back, after 5 years. And then the response is, so long. The contact on your phone is identified as Bosco. How do you know Bosco?
Actually, Bosco on me money. I try to asking to return money, and then he say no money, and then busy, and then I just lied to him. I will go to Sydney for a few years, and then ask him bring it, return money for me.
Why would they return the money to you if you're going to Australia?
Because I just text to him, okay, I'm go to overseas, and then I don't have any income. So I just hope him return the money for my family members.
You wrote you wish to stay in Australia for a number of years.
Because I don't want to explain too much for him, so I just keep a lie for him.
It's hardly a convincing explanation, but Officer Tim is willing to investigate further and establish if Ken has any commitments to return to back in Malaysia.
What is your occupation? What do you do for a living?
Shop manager. Shop.
Okay. If we contacted someone from your company, would they confirm that you are still an employee?
Sure.
Yeah?
Ken provides the details of his employer in Malaysia, and as the calls are made to investigate further, he appears to become nervous.
They do have a number of indicators that suggest they fit the profile for drug couriers. So we're just going to use our body scan machine just to make sure that they haven't got anything concealed inside them. Plenty of time to do your bag later. Just read this for me, please.
You want to ask why you're asking?
The passengers are now asked for consent to be subjected to an internal scan of their bodies. This will allow Border Force officers to determine whether they are attempting to smuggle drugs internally across the border.
If you're happy for us to do the search, you sign and date it, okay? The body scan is just an X-ray inside the stomach. We use it as a tool to identify if the person has, swallowed any drugs.
The scanned image is sent for a doctor's interpretation.
Pretty much everything through both of their bags was positive for heroin. So until we get the confirmation from the hospital, the passengers are still under detention and they will have to wait until we get a final result.
The thorough examination is now complete, and officers are satisfied with the outcome.
So we've got the results now, and they're negative for any concealment. We've got a negative result, as the passenger's now free to go.
Now, we've had a conversation with our colleague who's made 2 phone calls to employees of the company that he claims to be currently employed with. Both of those people have confirmed that he resigned on the 31st of March, which is different to what he has explained to you during the course of the interview.
But when when Officer Tim confronts the passenger that he no longer has a job in Malaysia, he quickly changes his story, saying he now has a new job starting in a different country.
Actually, I found a job in Singapore. So I think before I go back to Singapore work, okay, I just come out for travel.
Can you verify that? Can you show me something that says that you intend to work in Singapore? Because officers who have inspected both your mobile phone device and this device have not found anything suggesting work in Singapore.
I don't have it because I just made a call to my boss and then my boss said just come back and work only.
Just a conversation?
Yeah, just make a call and say, okay, just go back to work. Like that only.
No text messages, no emails, nothing?
No.
It's yet another unlikely story. And with the real possibility that Ken will overstay his visa and possibly work illegally, Officer Tim makes a decision.
After weighing up all the information available to me, I was satisfied that the grounds for cancelling your visa outweigh the reasons for not cancelling. Your visa has been cancelled. You are refused immigration clearance. You will also be detained and removed from Australia as an unlawful non-citizen.
Okay. So that means...
We need to make sure that persons crossing our border are here for the right reasons.